In September 2014, the United Nations honored His Highness the Emir of Kuwait, Sheikh Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah for his global humanitarian work. It is a recognition of Kuwait's extraordinary partnership with the United Nations and other international organizations, and its extensive and ongoing humanitarian work around the world.
Kuwait's leadership and funding has saved tens of thousands of lives and has galvanized others to participate in coordinated international action. It is good to know that we can count on Kuwait's generosity and particularly His Highness Emir of Kuwait. Such solidarity and generosity is needed more than ever. I urge more states in the world to come forward with assistance.
We're extremely grateful to His Highness the Emir of Kuwait for the tremendous commitment and support that he has shown to humanitarian action around the world and the leadership that he has shown.
There would not be so much opportunities for us to do our job without this leadership, without convening pledging conferences and without the financial contribution that the UN has received.
I think the Secretary General recognised the Emir of Kuwait as an outstanding humanitarian leader simply because he is. Kuwait is a generous country when it comes to helping people in need, and it's important that that gets global recognition.
It was exceptional. One of the memories that I will cherish to my grave, the feeling I will never forget, the reception in the UN, a very heartfelt talk that His Highness gave. I have goosebumps now just even remembering it. It really was something historic.
Your Highness, we thank you and count on your continued support and leadership.
I personally felt it was basically a very small gesture from my side to say thank you to someone who's leading the way.
His Highness the Emir served the country of Kuwait as Foreign Minister from 1963 until 2003, in which time he was a pillar in the restoration of Kuwaiti international relations after the Gulf War. He also took on the role of Deputy Prime Minister and First Deputy Prime Minister in the year 1985 and 1992 respectively, before becoming Prime Minister in 2003 and the Emir of Kuwait in 2006. Throughout his journey, he has served his country with vision and dedication, and represented his people as a benevolent leader.
The people of Kuwait are natural when it comes to helping those in need. In 1954, the People's Committee was established as a charity organization. The honorary chairperson was, and still is, His Highness Sheikh Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah. That NGO highlighted the cultural role of Kuwait by aiding those inside Kuwait and abroad as well.
One of the first institutions that was established in Kuwait immediately after independence. Kuwait independent was in June of '61, and the establishment of the Kuwait Fund by law with Arab countries then expanded more to cover non-Arab countries. And when we were working, we work in parallel with other sister organizations, which is the Authority for the South. They were working on social sector. We were more working in economic sector.
If you go and you investigate, you will find that the first school was built in Dubai was from Kuwait, and the first clinic, the first hospital, the first university.
We have a long tradition of giving, of unconditional giving, really. It cuts down to our bone.
If you go back to Kuwait's history, before discovering the oil, it has been a poor country. So having to help your neighbor, having to help the person across the street is something common that they had. They grew up doing this. Then it was the discovery of the oil.
God gave us this wealth. One way to thank God is really to help the people of God all over the world.
إن هذا التكريم الذي حظينا به هو تكريم لأهل الكويت وتقدير لمسيرتهم الخيرة بالبذل والعطاء والممتدة منذ القدم والتي ستظل مستمرة إن شاء الله.